Welcome back to the channel today, everyone. And we have another wonderful coach on today to talk about what she does in her business. Her name is Megan and Megan Nolan. Sorry, I didn't pay attention to your first name, to your last name. Anywho, this is Megan Nolan. She is coming to us from the beautiful island of Maui. Wonderful. And she is going to talk to us today about what she does with her clients and helping them to overcome their anxiety over launching. So, talk to us, Megan. Say hello to everyone, and then we'll get right into it.
Okay, thank you. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for having me. It's great to be here. So, yes, I am leading a movement of people who care so much about how they feel that they make time for themselves every day. Because I believe that in order to be truly successful, you do actually get to be healthy and happy too. So I am super passionate about supporting other entrepreneurs because I believe that we are change makers and you're out there sharing your gifts and your magic with the world. And sometimes that can be a lot. I mean, most days it can be a lot, right? And there's so many details in running a business, managing a team, everything, right? It's your content, your community, your email list. The common word there is yours, right? And so a lot depends on us. And so I really help other entrepreneurs to prioritize their health and happiness, especially when it comes to potentially stressful situations like launching promos, workshops, whatever you call it, right? Inviting people into your community if you don't do the traditional launch model. But there can be a lot of things involved, a lot of details, and that can cause anxiety, especially if you're someone like me who is prone to high functioning anxiety, or like many other entrepreneurs, 72%, in fact, who are challenged by some combination of anxiety, depression, ADD, ADHD, bipolar, or a few. It's a really common situation in the entrepreneur community because we're really creative and energetic and driven and all the things, but yet learning how to have a solid foundation in your own health and in yourself is really what creates a solid foundation for your success and the longevity and impact of your business.
That is fantastic. I had a coach friend the other day reach out to me on LinkedIn and said, "Simone, oh my gosh, I totally messed up my lunch," and she was kind of freaking out. I think she could have used your services.
Okay. Well, I'd love to meet her.
Yeah, yeah. So, you work mostly with women? Is that right?
Yes, I serve men as well, but for the most part, I tend to really attract women, mostly coaches, consultants, online business owners that are service-based, really purpose-driven, or are here to, quote unquote, make a difference in the world and be impactful and create and generate income at the same time.
Okay. How did you get started?
I've been doing this work in a variety of different ways for almost 19 years. So I started as a personal trainer, and that was as a result of realizing after I graduated from university that I didn't want to go into gerontology, which is the study of aging and supporting people in the later stages of life. And I realized that really wasn't for me. I'm super empathetic and sensitive, and I get really attached to people. And so just didn't really seem like a great fit after all. And so I decided to go into a more preventative approach to aging, and that was exercise. I've always loved movement and dance and gymnastics, and exercise has always been a part of my life. And so made sense to become a personal trainer. And then I complemented that with yoga. So I became a yoga instructor about 15 years ago. And so I really bring in the principles of both, strong body, flexible core, balance, as well as the awareness, the postural awareness, the breath awareness, stress reduction, mindfulness of the yoga practice. So I bring in both those elements into everything that I do. And so it's really evolved over time. And then I'm also a mental fitness coach. So in addition to helping you to strengthen the 600 muscles in your body, I help you strengthen the 3 muscles of your mind that help you to take control of your mind and make it a powerful tool, because we all have patterns of procrastination and perfectionism and overworking and self-doubt. And especially in the launch situation, those can get triggered because those patterns get triggered when we are stressed. And so I really bring all of that together into my programs and into my sessions.
Absolutely. I love that that you're kind of focusing on both areas, the physical, the tactile, as well as the mental. So tell me, is that what makes you unique in your field?
I believe so. It's really a brain and body based approach. And it's deeper than mindset. Of course, mindset is positive thinking and the way we speak to ourselves. But with mental fitness, we're actually doing the deep rewiring work to change our subconscious patterns and programs of self sabotage. So it makes me different because I really look at it from a holistic point of view of the mind and the body and the spirit being the ultimate toolkit or vehicle for success. It's kind of like running a triathlon, right? You have to compete in all three legs of the triathlon to be qualified as a winner. Well, in order to get to the finish line of your goals, you certainly need your body, but most of us live as an out of body experience. You certainly need your mind to be creative, and you certainly need your spirit, which is essentially your nervous system, to be regulated and calm and willing to receive and not, trip ourselves up. And so it really is a multifaceted approach to business growth and business longevity.
Okay. So now let's go into and thank you for telling telling us about that. Um, I think what you do is fantastic, especially, going deeper into the mindset shift and mind stuff, and mindfulness and how your subconscious really works to bring what's going on in your head out into the physical world, right? I am told that really, I tend to be a very tactile person. I tend to think about tactics for the most part, strategy and tactics, and we'll get into that later on when we talk about marketing and like your business. But I am told that really 80% of a successful business is what's going on in your mind. So I think that's really awesome what you do. So speaking of that, tell me, what is it that you like the most about your business and what you do?
Hmm. I really love seeing the shifts in someone from the beginning of a session to the end of the session, but then over the course of our time together, of course, that's magnified. But if you look at it, at a micro level of from the start of a session to the end of a session, I think of so many times when my clients who, are business owners and they have a million and one things to do, and they're like, oh, I knew this, I really need to do this today, but of course it was the last thing I felt I should do. But, and so they come in that frantic and frazzled energy. And then we do whatever they're needing for that day, whatever's aligned with their goals and their vision for their own health and, of course, their business success. But being able to take them from that like classic worn out entrepreneur vibe to feeling super calm, grounded, getting tapped in. And like half the time when we're doing sessions, they're like, hang on, I just got a really good idea. And I have to write it down. And that's what is happening when we're quieting the noisy chatter of the mind and we're able to drop into the present moment. That's when we're connected to creativity and inspiration and all that, right? So that to me is my favorite of just seeing that transformation in an hour, or even in my power pause sessions, which are only 15 minutes, in 15 minutes, and seeing people at the end and like so radiant and vibrant, and like you can actually physically see it on their face and in their energy that we've created a shift in their at the deeper level of their nervous system.
Oh, that's fantastic. I love seeing shifts in people in my business
Mhm.
as well. Um, so tell me, what is it that can be improved in your business?
I think, with a lot of inner work, for example, with yoga and meditation and mindset, and until you can start to really speak to the tangible outcomes to people, sometimes can be challenging to take it from the nice to have to the need to have category, because there's not like a, put it on the table transformation that we can really directly speak to when it comes to energy shifts and nervous system regulation and all that stuff. And so that's always an art, I think, is in the messaging and the clarity of the, not just the transformation that happens for somebody, but the impact that it has in their lives.
Hmm, okay, interesting. So tell me, what are your goals for your business for 2024? We're at the beginning of the year. What do you want to have happen this year?
Yes. Well, as I mentioned, the movement that I'm leading, I'm really excited because that's growing. And my goal is to grow that to 100 aligned entrepreneurs that are in this beautiful community, prioritizing themselves so that they have a support system within the group and within our coaching and our work together, but then also within themselves, because we know that, entrepreneurship can be a relatively lonely journey without community and support and accountability and encouragement. And so for me, that's the vision, because it's such an important facet of my own health and happiness and my success. I know that it's important to have that love and encouragement and people to bounce ideas off of. So that's the vision, is to be able to grow it that way, as well as being really consistent with having value forward events that are truly beneficial, bringing people in and giving them tools, giving them a plan, giving them all of that. So it's not, because at least for me, I have gotten a little bit jaded sometimes with the, you know, webinar systems that are kind of just thinly veiled of like, here's every success story I've ever done. And, and then it's like, oh, wait, I didn't learn anything. And I'm already getting pitched, so to be able to really give a truly valuable experience to somebody so that it becomes something that they can go to, but then it really leads them on the journey of what I can support them with. So being really consistent with that is my vision for the year.
Okay. So would you say that that is your current marketing strategy for bringing people into your business and kind of keeping them and turning them into super fans?
Yes. Yeah. My marketing strategy is usually value-driven content where we connect, as well as a freebie that starts the journey, which then leads to, an invite into my sustainable success roadmap call, or doing a value forward event like a webinar, or I'm working right now on a brainstorming session, which I'm excited about, to help people to streamline their strategy, so their sales and their self-care, so they have a plan to do that, as well as my podcast that was just released at the beginning of the month. So that's what I would say as my marketing strategy.
Okay. Now, so that's the marketing strategy that you have in place right now. What about for uh, what do you think would be your next one? Maybe to add to it.
Um, right now I'm really working on consistency. And so I feel as though rather than adding, it's a refining. It's taking a look at what I have and seeing what's working and then improving on that, or switching it up slightly. Because admittedly, I'm kind of like a bit of a shiny squirrel in that I want to go and try this, then this, then this, and this, and this, and all the things. And so my coach is like really trying to keep me in the lane. So that's my work. So I'd say that, maybe that's the enhancement that I would add on, rather than adding on more, is like taking what's working and really leaning into it.
Okay, that's fabulous. So it's really honing in and making sure that that funnel, and
Mhm.
I'm going to use that term, the your marketing funnel is doing what it's supposed to be doing, right? You're attracting your leads and you're giving them some free value in exchange for their contact information, and then you're leading them further into your world.
Mhm.
Now, tell
Mhm.
me this. Are you nurturing them on a consistent basis?
Yes, yes, I
Yes,
do
if you
have my email. We have twice a week. We do emails with value-driven content, with podcast episode, freebies, options to work with me if they feel like they're ready, but definitely not sales, sales, sales every time. Lots of value in there. And then daily content inside my social media platforms, as well as my Facebook group, and then connecting with people and interacting and having conversations in DMs. Yeah, I think that's was nurturing. Yeah, nurturing. I'm like, anything else I'm doing? I don't know. Oh, the podcast. Yeah, the podcast as well.
Podcast, yeah. So you've got a podcast, you have the Facebook group, you're sending out emails on a regular basis,
Yeah,
and you've got that funnel
yeah,
chugging along.
yeah.
That's fantastic. That sounds like you're in a good place as
Thank you.
far as your marketing goes. That's a good thing. And definitely making sure that that is that system is running well is definitely a good thing that you're doing. So now tell the audience how they can find you, and do you have anything that you would like to share with them?
Sure, yes. So I have a free 3-part mini audio training to help you to go from anxious to amazing by taking control of your mind and making it a powerful tool in just 15 minutes a day. So it's mini bite-sized audio trainings you can listen to on the go, and you can grab that by going to giftfrommegan.com, and you'll get instant access to the trainings. And there's lots of resources in there, including helping you to discover what your number one self-sabotage pattern is. And PS, it probably shows up in a lot of areas, not just in your business. So it's good information to have. And so all of that you can grab by going to Gift from Megan, and then we'll be connected there, and you'll be able to get lots of different other resources, as I mentioned, through the email community.
Oh, fantastic. And I will be putting the links to Megan's website and her social media links in the show notes. One more question. What is the best advice that you can give to other coaches who might want to grow up to be like you someday?
Oh, I love that. Well, I'm only 5'1", so I don't have any advice on getting taller, but as far as growing up goes. Um, but I would say, I mean, this is something that I support with, so I'm always going to be an advocate for it, is to start your day with intention, to start your day with time for yourself. Create a meaningful morning routine, because you already have a morning routine. The question is, how meaningful is it? Is it just grabbing your phone and then go, 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 and then all of a sudden it's 12 o'clock and all you have in your tummy is coffee and you haven't done anything for yourself? That's what happens when we get into that go, go, go flow. So I would say that starting the day with intention and giving yourself some well-deserved love and attention is really potent, because it really, fills the cup, puts on the mask, whatever analogy you like, but it really accelerates your growth and success, because then you're taken care of and you have extra to give. And you don't get to the point where, so many of us, including myself, have got to, of just like giving, 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 and then starting to get resentful because we're so burnt out. And yeah, I mean, 50% of business owners either have or will experience burnout. So it really does take that intentionality of having that solid foundation. And so a morning routine is what I would definitely say is super beneficial and has really helped me a lot. And it doesn't have to be at 5 a.m. to be qualified as a morning routine. So do what works for you. And it can be whatever. Yeah. It can be whatever, right? It's like some people, it's prayer, dance, movement, yoga, whatever. It's like just that moment where you go inwards, because as we mentioned before, that's where you're really tapped into your guidance and your intuition, and you get your beautiful ideas from. It's not in the like frantic, noisy mind. So that would be my suggestion, to be like me when you grow up.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. And remember, everybody, pour into yourself first before
Mhm.
you pour out into everyone else, including your clients. Thank you
Yay.
so much, Megan. I so appreciate you being here today.
Thank you for having me. It's been really fun.
Thank you for watching my video. If this content has helped you in any way, help me to share this with others by subscribing to this channel and Please click the notification bell so you don't miss anything. Also, like the video and don't forget to comment below your biggest takeaway so that we can share it with others. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.